So we are stripping the bottom of this very nice Westy. You can see we've got lots of 1980 probably bodywork in here. It's completely coming off. It was literally falling off the side. Moisture pushing it out. I didn't see any real fiberglass behind it, which means it was body filler that was straight on this metal. You can also see there's a very big dip in the middle here. You can kind of see it in relation to this. It comes in very much like this. You can see off of this. I don't know if you can notice that in the picture or not, but this is in very far. This is the original lower by the looks of it. The original rocker is actually in really good shape. So I guess the hit was probably high on this bus, and they did some kind of Lego to get it to go back together again. You can see this. It's kind of stitched up something they got going on in here, and back here is just a mess. I'm gonna have to strip this all out, and I don't know what I'm gonna find underneath there, but all this body work was peeling out this way and moisture was allowing to get in here. So once I kind of grind all the surface rust off, it looks like it's not too bad underneath here, but we're gonna keep on going. I'm gonna try and strip this entire panel and throw some primer on it. So let's keep going. Started grinding this down, and this is how much filler. See the distance? That's how much filler was after the metal. Metal ends there, filler starts after. So you can see how much is in it. Besides all of this mess, you can see how much filler is around the radius of this wheel arch. That's a lot of mud. Lots and lots of mud to dig out. But still metal there. It looks like it's in decent shape. Just this filler is failed. So you can see the layers like jawbreaker. Looks like over here they did actually put fiberglass, then it was just filler and more filler and more filler and more filler. Just a lot of filler. I'd say the difference between here and here, if I had to feel it, feels like about maybe a 1/4 of an inch thick over here, between here and here. Over here, yeah, it's about the same, 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, it's about a 1/4 of an inch all the way around that. So there's a fair amount of filler that they put on this panel. It's almost off. I'm down to the last little bit here, but yeah, there's a lot of mud on this. It's good metal though. The metal is actually in relatively good shape. It's a lot of filler. Damn. To level this out, if it took this much filler, my gosh, it's gonna be pretty crazy. So we've ground all the old filler off. The metal is still relatively good here and here. Gets a little wavy here where they played Lego. Punches in really hard right here. It's not bad, but you can see there's a pretty thick amount of filler right here between where the metal ends and the actual shape of the fender well is. A real opening here. Lots of little wobblies, lots of little warps in it, little bonks. All in all, the metal actually isn't too bad. This dips in quite a bit all along all along here. You've got a significant dip along here. There's a significant dip. It's very wobbly down there. This is all very wobbly in here. And I have to think about what I'm going to do to address all of these issues. The metal's really thick though. They did use thick metal. This is probably a patch that they put in. It's about the shape of a patch to get all these bends and folds right. Probably put in a patch. Patch is still in actually really good shape. So there you have it. Both of those areas are stripped. You can see the front here. Holes have been covered up. All the metal was reworked. Metal patches here, here. There was a long one here, long one here. I think that's where it ended. This was bumped in, but starting to take shape back. Got to pull the squirter and the windshield wiper arm off, the motor arm, the wipers, so I can get all this area done. But she's coming together. The metal was very good. When I stripped it all off, it came back pretty well. I was actually very surprised on how good the metal was underneath. Very thick gauge, very good metal. So we're just trying to level out all of these flat spots and high spots and knock down the high spots and fill in the low spots. But she's coming along pretty good. Working on this side today, and I've ended up taking off the front headlight covers today, taking off the lenses, taking off the grille, taking off the spare tire. I'm gonna get this bumper out of here probably before the end of the day. There was a bit of a whack here to the lower windshield area, so I ended up priming that in a little while ago. All the rust that was in here is gone. There were holes that got all welded up inside of here. All that stuff got fixed. So yeah, we're basically left with just sanding this down. I'm gonna sand down all these other panels, sand down, I've already started sanding the door. We're gonna get the rest of this truck whipped into shape so we can get it into the booth. This center section here, completely bunged up with filler. And you can see I've started hitting it with 40 grit on a block to try and flatten it out, because I just laid it to her. Over here, I got all the low spots filled. There's a bit of a low spot down here, between here and here, right here on this edge piece. So I'm definitely gonna try and fill that up, get that nice and flattened out. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can get the side of this Westy done today. This area right here has a lot of issues. Down here it's very wobbly. I already leveled this patch out because it has a little bit of a bend. That's straightened out, that's straightened out. We're gonna get this whole area in here hopefully body worked, and want to get it in primer before the end of the day. So let's see how we make out.